Welcome back to The Elephant in the Room on Remix TV. Now, I just want to take this moment to remind our viewers about the great contest we have going on. Go to our website, fill it out, and refer some friends. And each time you refer a friend, you get a new chance to win $500 at the end of every month, just for referring your friends and telling them about the great information we have on Remix TV. And in the last month of the contest, you have a chance to win $10,000. So check out our website, fill out the form, and good luck. Now we go back to Jessie. We are talking about eating disorders here. So Jessie, there is a statistic out there. 20% of people with eating disorders actually pass away from them. If they don't get help, if they do get help and they go to rehab, sometimes it doesn't work and it really succumbs. How is that feel, knowing that what you were doing could have killed you?
Well, actually, that's the first time I ever heard that number, and I think it's quite high.
It is. It's 1 in 5. If you think about the 4 other friends who were spurring you on, one of you could be dead.
I gotta say, no, I think I'm one of the lucky ones that I saved myself before I got more into it. I think because I'm learning about nutrition at school, so after I learn more about it, I'm more educated, so that's how I stop myself from making the wrong choice again. And I think education is really important too, because I'm in university, so obviously we talk about these things in our courses, but a lot of the girls are really young, like they're 13, 14, and they don't know anything about it. So I think education is the #1 important thing to stop this cycle.
Now, what are you taking in university?
Psychology and nutrition.
Psychology and nutrition. Yeah. And what spurred you to take that at a time when you were really deep inside yourself psychologically?
Because I think psychology and nutrition, they're like complementary. So psychology is for psychological health and nutrition is for your physical health. So I think it's very helpful, to anyone. Doesn't matter what you do.
But why did you decide to take that out of high school?
Why did I decide to take that?
Yeah.
Just out of interest.
Out of interest. Yeah. So you think that your education in university right now with the nutrition and the psychology is maybe what helped you?
Yeah, that definitely contributed because once I got more educated, I knew more about this disorders, anorexia, bulimia, and I knew about the importance of stopping it before it gets more serious. And yeah, so I think my education was the main factor why I put myself together.
Now, this is actually fairly common. I don't know if you know this, but for people with eating disorders or former eating disorders to go on and take these kind of topics at school and eventually make them their career. And some people would say it can be dangerous because you are in nutrition class, especially revisiting all those calories and all the things it takes to burn. Do you find that it's a trigger at all?
Actually, for me, I think it was very helpful because one of the big reasons why girls would develop eating disorders because they're not educated enough. Okay. So in their mindset, it's that I want to lose weight, so I'm gonna starve myself. That's their whole mindset. But after you take these courses, then you realize that's not the way to lose weight. Like, you can't lose weight by not eating because it slows down your metabolism, and then you will end up burning less calories than if you're eating. So once you know more about it, I think you can educate yourself as to make the right choices.
So you don't find that there's maybe anyone in your courses now who is taking it as kind of like a self-indulgent trigger for anything?
I don't think so.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I hope not.
There are a lot of rehabilitation programs out there, and there's a lot more coming up for people with psychological disorders, like eating disorders. And some of them are good, some of them are not. So I know of one particular one that usually just an inpatient in a regular hospital in which they give you a certain amount of calories a day until you gain the weight back. And once you have hit that goal weight of whatever they target, whether it's getting your menstrual cycle back or hitting a number on the scale, they release you. Do you think that would have been helpful to you at all, just a forced feeding one like that?
I think it would be helpful if for more severe cases, but I guess because my case wasn't that severe, probably wouldn't help as much. Okay. But I mean, for girls who are just, so emaciated that, I think they would need that kind of help.
But what about the psychological aspects of this, taking a girl and just giving her no choice. There's IV nutrition that they feed them there. And then as soon as they hit the goal weight, they're gone. And this is what the treatment centers call it. Do you think that would be helpful or more harmful?
I think, in my opinion, I don't think it's that helpful, because if you're not giving them any psychological help, it's purely just putting them in a treatment center, sending them, you know, to treatment, and then sending them home. You're kind of treating them like patients instead of like, you know, just regular people, you know. And then the girls might think of themselves as really sick people, because maybe they might not think that they're treated, you know, that they deserve.
There are some other treatment centers out there that are specifically dedicated to eating disorders, in which they have patients, 20, 30 of them at a time. They do go through some psychological treatment, they have group therapy, and on top of that they have nutritional therapy. So there's two goals going on. Do you think that one would be more helpful?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you have like a group session, or if you have someone to talk to you, and then kind of like a friend or a counselor to talk to you about it, and then to help you psychologically, that would be a lot better than just the nutrition aspect.
So you don't find that maybe would have been a trigger for you to be around other girls? Because a lot of what happens here is they're competing against each other. Who wants to be the sickest? Who is going to be the thinnest? Do you think that would have been a trigger when you were in that mindset?
To compete with other girls, you mean? Yeah, I guess, because, you know, one of the reasons why I developed eating disorders is because I was comparing myself to these other models on the magazines, and then I thought, no, they were skinnier than me, so I should be like them too.
And do you associate the fact that if you were the skinniest, you would have been the most successful?
Right now, no.
No,
definitely.
But when you were at this mindset,
I was at the stage, but I know right now I think it's really wrong.
When you had your eating disorder, what was really the biggest trigger for you? You mentioned the skinny girls in the magazines, but in day-to-day life, were you looking at the thinnest girls, or was it food that disgusted you? What do you think really set you off every morning?
I think it's because I just got started, that I just decided that I wanted to do entertainment. And then, you know, because when you want to do entertainment industry, obviously you want to compare yourself first to like the other celebrities. And I guess I really wanted to succeed. I felt like I had to be skinnier if I have to succeed.
Do you find that there's anything now? You are recovered, but it's a typical term in the eating disorder world to say that you are recovering. You're always recovering. Every day is a different struggle for you. So is there anything now in your day-to-day life that, you know, you look at or you see that brings back those thoughts even a little bit?
Right now, I guess for me, I think I've recovered pretty well, because I eat healthy, and you know, I don't starve myself anymore. But when, you know, there's guest friends or people around me that are talking about they want to go on a diet, I guess that kind of brings back my bad memories.
Do you feel yourself competing with those people a little bit? You know,
right now, no. I just want to help them. You know, I want to tell them that, you know, what's the right way to diet, and not, you know, not like starve yourself. Because, you know, sometimes like when I go out with my friends, and there's some girls that just don't eat. No, they're just like, or they order like a salad and they just don't eat. And then I kind of just like, you know, when I see that, I know it reminds me of me 2 years ago. So do
you say anything to them at all?
Yeah, you know, I tell them that, you know, this is not the right way, because you won't lose weight by doing this, you know. Should exercise and eat healthy.
Do you think eating disorders and recovering in eating disorders, it's an addiction, and it's been compared to, you know, an alcoholic not being able to have a drink again after they recover? Do you think that if there were a time in your career where you were asked to lose 5 pounds for some, not that I think you need to, you're absolutely gorgeous, but if there was a time when a photographer said, you know, I need you to just fit into this one size, and I need you to lose 5 more pounds, do you think you would be able to go on a little bit of a diet, or would it be more comparable to an alcoholic having one drink again and slipping down that slope?
I think if the photographer asked me that, I don't think it's very reasonable. Like, if he really wants that 5 pounds gone, maybe he can just Photoshop. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, like I don't think it depends on the time frame, right? If you say that, oh, lose the 5 pounds in a week, I don't think that's reasonable at all.
It's not, but this is the pressure that some of these girls go into. And do you think you would be able to go on a diet again, or do you just keep yourself completely safe from that area and not go back?
I think it's all about balance. So if I have to go on an extreme diet like what I was before, then obviously no. But if it's like about, you know, eating more healthy than right now, I mean, there's always room for, you know, getting more fit, right? So that would be okay.
That's great. It's really good that you're recovering the way you are. So when we come back, we will be talking about the campaigns for real beauty. You are watching Remake TV, and this is The Elephant in the Room.